You're so beautiful. We are the curvaceous bounty of Sin City on Vegas All Night Ready, and we're doing catch-ups. Alexia, how are you? How was your week? Your man was with you last night, so he wasn't working.
No, he was not working. It was his first day off.
Yay.
And he was actually going to come tonight, but he's got to work tomorrow.
It's so good to see him. We don't see him like we used to. And he's the best hugger on the planet.
I know, right?
I love hugging Mike.
Yeah, he's awesome. He has been, since I developed this disease that Sierra
caught from Sierra.
No.
There's more diseases? What's going on? What
I have a gallbladder issue now. And so I'm on this very strict diet where I cut out a lot of the fat and stuff. Although I've been able to tolerate more. I was on a totally vegetarian diet when I first found out.
You're just kind of introducing new foods and see how it handles.
So I've been doing chicken.
Okay.
Your friend when you have gallbladder.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I've started to introduce chicken, and we stopped. We went shopping, and Silent Mike is the best because ever since we started dating, he has embraced everything that I do. When he found out that I was pagan, he went to ritual. He set up things and pavilions and just put together sound systems for all kinds of stuff. And he just completely embraces everything about me.
That's awesome.
And so now that I'm yes it is. And now that I'm on this new diet, he made. I was very worried about tonight because he made chili for me. So I was worried that I would be in and out of the studio all night, so I wouldn't be stinking up the studio. And it was a vegetarian chili.
Oh, nice.
And it was so good that I ate a lot. That's why I was worried.
Because the filler on that is beans.
Yes. Which have no fat, which is great.
Yeah.
But it was a really good chili, and we went shopping yesterday. We picked up jumbo shrimps and chicken breasts, and we went and got a George Foreman grill, and because those are awesome, by the way.
Awesome. They are.
Actually, I want the other brand, but they didn't have any in stock, so we just got George Foreman.
Well, and when I don't know about you, but like, did you have like a hard time picking your George Foreman because they got 80 different kinds of George Foreman?
Yes. We went for the small one.
I didn't realize.
We went for the small one because it was $20, right?
Right.
The two.
And it's just the two of them. It's not like they have to cook for anyone
Right.
else.
Exactly.
But I do want to go. I do want to go back.
That's a lot for us.
Yeah. We are going to go back and get the bigger one. It's a different brand than the George Foreman because the plates come off and it can
turn it into a
griddle.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plates come out a lot easier
to clean. Right.
I
yeah.
think it's Farberware is the brand. But so we're going to go back and get that. They didn't have any in stock. It was $50. So we got the $20 small one, and then we'll go get the other one later. And so he's doing all this research and everything about what to eat with me, and he changes his diet too.
Right.
It's not, once in a while I said, well, why don't you throw a steak on? Do you want? Because I was doing shrimp, and I was only going to do the shrimp instead of the shrimp and the chicken. And I said, well, why don't you have both? And he goes, yeah, I could do both. So, I let him do his little thing, and I offered, let's do steak for you, because we got the George Foreman now.
Yeah, exactly. It's so easy.
6 minutes, woo!
Yeah.
But he is the best ever boyfriend I have ever in my entire dating life.
That's because he's not going to be your boyfriend forever.
No.
He's going to be your husband.
He will be
someday.
my husband.
There, see.
And I can't wait for that.
How is he with being your second husband, by the way?
Some
guys are weird about it.
You know why he's okay with it? Because he introduced me to my first husband. It's his fault. His best friend became my first husband.
And what the hell? Who's counting, right?
Right. Right, and that was when we were young and stupid. I think I was like 22 or 23, and we were only together for like 2 years, and then we were separated for like ever before he came up with his half of the money to pay for the divorce because I wasn't paying for it all.
That's right.
That's funny though. I did the same thing. I got married very young and divorced, but I don't ever want to get married again.
Really?
Ever.
I only want to get married once more.
To Michael.
I said my whole life that I was only ever going to get married once, and I did, and now I'm done.
I'm going to get married as many times as I have to until I get that shit right.
How many times have you been married?
Once.
Oh, see, I've been married twice.
She's still married.
I'm still married.
Oh.
He has to come up with his half of the divorce money.
My mother always said the first time for money, the second time for love. Because you get
third
the
time
money,
for
and then
fun.
you're like,
And then what's the third time
Well,
for?
maybe I did it backwards.
Sex.
Third time's for sex?
Third time's for sex.
Fuck that. The third time for me would be for money.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
you better have one foot in the
You know
motherfucker.
what? No, here's what if I meet somebody, I want to know, what kind of, at my age, what kind of pension plan do you have? I want a pension.
I need to see your 401k. before
Yeah,
we
well,
can
you
get
know
it.
what? If you marry somebody and they have a pension from a big company, when they kick the bucket, you get that money.
Be like, hey, we were driving down the street today and we saw a guy and she was like, go get your man, Desiree. I was like, oh shit, he looks like he got money. He's like, I'm 1 foot in the grave. She was like, why he'd be coming out? Why are you always trying to scare me?
My mother used to say, you marry one with 1 foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel.
You know,
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Me
You know
too.
what? If you marry for money, you'll earn every penny.
there you go.
Right.
That's very true. I know some people who've done that. Yeah.
One of the I told Silent Mike when we first got together that I was okay with us not getting married. You know, I'm not one of those kind of women that would marry for money. So I don't care. I make my own money.
Right.
I work a lot of freaking hours.
Right.
I work a lot of overtime. I make money. And now I've got my own pension plan growing. So, hey.
So what I
marrying
wait
for
a
money.
time out. I got my own pension plan
I know.
too.
I understand
But you
that.
know what? It'd be nice to have another check when when you're old.
And I understand that too. But you know what he said to me, which changed my whole way of thinking about marriage and things like that. He said to me that he wanted to marry me so I would be taken care of when he was
See, and
gone.
that's nice.
And I stopped for a minute and I thought about that and I was like, that is one of the sweetest things I think anybody has ever said to me. That they wanted me to be taken care of when they were gone.
Right.
So, you know,
Where is he going? Where the fuck are you going? I'm kidding.
You know, if he kicks the bucket.
I know what she meant.
He
But
put
you
on
know
that
what?
banana peel she put down on the floor.
But I'm the one that's having health issues now because not only is my gallbladder thing, I've got teeth issues. I have got to see a dentist really soon.
You know, I'm going to tell you, you want to start questioning your own mortality, hit 50. You, not that I think I'm going to die anytime soon, but you really start thinking about,
No, but she is shopping for scooters.
no, I'm not yet, but if I have to, I don't fucking care. Hey, as long as I can still get to the hotel rooms to dance and make my money, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
So I was going through all my files because my passport, which is for those of you who are tech savvy, my passport is a 1 terabyte drive, right? It lost a bunch of files. So like the penis
Your
file,
passport?
it's called a passport.
Oh, I'm
It's
thinking
external
you're needing a
hard drive.
passport for another country.
Western
All right,
calls
I'm
it.
I love
non-tech.
you.
So it's a little drive. Anyway, I went to I unplugged it wrong. So when I went to plug it in, it said, "Would you like to fix it?" And I said yes, and it lost like the penis file.
Thou
the
shalt not
SinCityBounty penis
unplug
file.
without first ejecting.
Right, it wouldn't let me eject, and I had to leave.
Wait,
Anyway.
that's why you shut down. You restart.
I did.
But you never reformat it. I've learned that the hard way. You cancel. Never let it reformat because once it reformats, it erases the entire drive.
Well, I
I've been
didn't
through
lose.
5.
I didn't lose anything super important.
Just some
It
penises.
was stuff that I could go and get. Okay, so it was stuff I could go get back. Maybe some new pictures that I had downloaded right to the passport instead of to a file, because it's supposed to be a backup, right? It's not supposed to be like your main storage. Anyway, so
I have no fucking idea
I
what
know.
you're talking about.
Anyway, so I was going through all.
I
I was.
haven't even taken
I
out
don't,
the
you
wrapper.
do,
I was
don't
going
get
through
that
and
stuff.
I was
don't
going
have
through
to.
and sorting all my pictures out, and I ran across. I take a lot of pictures with my phone.
Yeah, you
I took
do.
a lot of pictures tonight, and they all, upload to my photo stream, or I download them to the computer and I put them in a disseminate file where I gotta put them where they need to go or whatever. And I took a bunch of pictures of my Michael's crotch.
Oh.
Where we were
penis?
when he no.
file did you go to?
It was a clothed crotch, but he was wearing those sexy underwear that with the legs, the tight. They're
Oh, the little
they're
titty
boxer
whities?
tights.
Titty
They're
whities.
boxer
briefs.
Oh, the
boxer
boxer
briefs.
Boxer briefs, yeah.
Those are my
Where
favorite.
his package is so huge.
Oh god.
So
He's got big ass balls.
Jerry.
He's got huge balls. Just so you all
He's
know.
got a huge everything. Anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm going through my files, and he's sitting right
You
next
didn't
to
want to
me.
know that, did you?
He's sitting right next to
Can't
me,
picture Mike that way.
and I'm looking at these pictures, and I'm just longingly looking at these pictures. And I look over at my Michael, and I go, and then I go back to looking at the pictures, and I'm flipping
my
through. Damn, they're sexy.
So did you get up and have sex?
Love.
Well, you know how that
No,
goes.
that's love of his penis.
Love of there's everything in the world to like about my Michael. So
You know, it is love when you think of it that way, because I have a
His
friend
penises are
who
ugly.
may or may not still be listening, but is completely in love with somebody that the world would find not extremely appealing. But she's like, I just think he's beautiful, and I'm like,
Well, love is blind.
Yeah,
It's
obviously.
not a blind. It's not a blind.
No,
thing.
it is, and I don't mean by
It
being
really is.
blind. I
Somebody
mean
for
about
everybody.
you knowing that person so well, because it's like what's inside comes to the outside, so it
Right.
doesn't matter what the
But
outside
everybody
package
sees
is.
everyone differently. Like what?
Right.
That's
Oh,
why.
right.
That's why when someone tells you something about someone else, you can't really take it at face value. You have to learn for yourself, because what I find you to be attractive for, she may not.
You're right.
Or she may not. So you have to, when you find someone that and that's the problem. A lot of people today are interested in someone because they want their friends to like them, and it's always so hot, da 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 da. But you have to find what you like in someone, and
You're
that's
right.
why I'm single.
Me too.
Well, the other thing too is the older you get, the
Well, the
oh, I got two microphones.
Put it in your mouth.
Yeah, baby. The older you get, the more you realize too that the package doesn't matter. It's really
You're
what's
right.
inside.
But I've
Because
always been
you
like that.
really, you look for the essence of the person. You're not interested in the package anymore.
Right.
Because I find that the hotter the guy that I date, the more of a douchebag he is.
Because you know why? The hotter he is, the more girls who have swooned over him
hotter-
and
yeah,
allowed him
like
to be a
programmed to be a
douchebag, and he's
yeah.
learned douchebag habits.
Or he loves himself more than anybody else can love him, because it's a one-man show.
Yes, you're right. You're right. So right.
And that's what I tell him. I'm like, there's only room for
I say
one
something
of us
else.
in this room, and that's you, because there's no room for me there.
Your ego is taking up all the corner spaces.
I think a lot of people in this world too have trouble noticing. They stick to the superficial and aren't willing to. I know there's trust issues with a lot of people, and they're not willing to get to the deeper things that make somebody attractive. So it takes some work, and you've got to trust a little bit. If you run into a douchebag, though, I say run.
I'm like that.
What's a
You
douchebag?
remember how the old
douchebag.
Fonzie, whenever he didn't want to say something, he goes, that I'm like, trust, like it doesn't come out of my mouth.
Here's the thing about douchebags: they're disposable.
Yes, they are.
You
but-
don't keep them. You throw
But you know
them
what?
away.
Your douchebag, the person who becomes your douchebag, or the person who has been the douchebag that you know, or you
Just
meet someone and they're a douchebag,
douche for
might
someone
be
else.
somebody else's Prince Charming.
One
You're
man's
right.
trash is another man's treasure.
Well,
Well,
and
Don's
you know
a
what
douchebag
he
for
might
someone
not
else,
see in
too.
you, he might find in somebody else. Everybody has a point that that some people may have considered me a douchebag along the way, but
I'm sure.
Well, that
or
goes,
maybe a large amount of people.
Uh,
But the thing is that you have to find the person that counterbalances you
right.
and makes you want to be better. A lot of people don't. You're like, oh well, fuck it. You're not, and it sucks, but you're not important enough to me for me to want to be anything different than what I am. So
Right.
you have to find that person that you see the potential in.
And we're not ragging on just men. Women are the same way. But
Oh,
women-
I was
women.
just talking about myself. Man.
but what I found is, you know how you say that you have commitment issues, but you might meet that right person.
Oh, I believe
that would change.
I believe that if I did really, really find the right person, or allow that right person to have a second date, it might be different. I'm not opposed to it, but
Right.
it would take a lot of
But
that
I-
to trust.
I think that goes with a lot of people. I mean, one person who's been a douchebag or a player or whatever, when he finds that right person, you never know.
Well, and that's
What
the
happens?
problem with all
I
of the
just think
people.
a leopard doesn't change their spot.
Me too. And
I'm
you
just
know
like
what?
old and jaded
Yeah.
maybe, but I just think if they're assholes for everybody.
Well, and we were talking, I don't remember if it was at the break, but we were talking about how, like, we've been going to these bashes for a gazillion years, 20-some years, combined totals, and a lot of it's the same guys, and none of them have ever gotten married. They keep just being in that social
They're for
circle.
women to
And-
find
but-
a wife, they're there
Yeah, and
to
all
find a
these
hookup,
women are thinking they're going to be finally
They're gonna be
that
the one,
one that breaks the mold.
And then you'll say to a girl, like, I remember someone saying, well, he's done this or that to whoever. I'll go, so I'm not special? And I'm like, oh, yes, you're special. Sure you are.
And you're sitting next to someone that he fucked over last year, and
Yeah.
across the table is someone from 3 years ago. So yeah, no, you're not
And
special.
Yeah. No,
And
you're
down
a
the hall
special
is someone
brand
that he
of
slept with
special.
last night. So don't,
Yeah.
The thing is, though, that, some men or some people in general, like, Carrie said, you can't change. They're just, not that you can't change. You shouldn't change anyone, but they're just, maybe narcissistic. Like, there's a lot of people in this world that are just narcissistic. There's just not any room for anyone else.
Right.
It doesn't matter who you are or how great you are, how fabulous you are. Nobody will ever love them the way that they love themselves, and it'll always be about them.
Well,
and you really have to find the person that, like, Alexia was saying, somebody that really puts you first, puts, your
You
interests.
can't make someone
and
love you like Bonnie
can't.
said.
Right, and you know what?
Absolutely not.
I think that they all joke about how much I date and how much I don't second date, but like I think that because
First date floozy.
well, and I think that's because if I don't, I'm never gonna push anything or like force some kind of connection. If I go out with you one time and I ain't feeling you, why waste my time?
I'm like that.
So like,
But,
but there are a lot of girls that are like, baby, I could. And then
But
they keep
actually,
dating
I
and
take
dating
that
and
back
dating.
because the guy that I'm dating now, I thought was far too nice for me. I thought he was like too nice, like sickening nice. Like it was almost wrong that he was so nice, So I didn't really have any. I was actually seeing somebody else when I met him. Like I was, and of course, I was all into the douchebag that I was seeing at the time. But I didn't see the potential in him until I was like, you know what? Maybe it's the way that I'm looking at it that's wrong.
Well, see,
And
maybe it's I have a second date with somebody this week. Maybe that's
Yeah,
good, huh?
yeah.
I think that sometimes you do have to come out of your comfort zone and give people that you wouldn't normally. I mean, I wouldn't normally necessarily, on average, probably date this guy, but I've been seeing him for over a month now, and it just gets better and better. And
They had their month anniversary.
Yeah,
and she
we did
broke
have
up
our
the
month
month
anniversary. He said, "Happy month anniversary."
Oh, that's so cute.
And she made him
And I
cupcakes.
did make him cupcakes. And you have the same reaction that Don P had the other day when I told him that told her that he kissed my tears when we were watching The Notebook. She said, "You made me throw up a little bit in my mouth." And I said, "Fuck that," because I still have the "Love is Beautiful" shit on my refrigerator that she wrote. So.
But she said the same thing when she wrote that on the fridge. So,
I did say
in
the
all
same
fairness.
I used to be a love hater.
Hey, I don't want to
That's
change the
all right.
subject or
I
anything,
can't-
but we still
I
have to
can't
give
hate
away
too
that
much.
pass, just to remind you.
We didn't give away the pass.
Oh,
I forgot about
All right,
Damn it.
all right.
Let's get on.
All right, so chatters, get in.
You got like
is
2 minutes.
you got 2 minutes to answer.
Where are the biggest
Where
penises?
the biggest penises in the world
What country?
come from?
And
what
how are we
country?
determining if there's more than one person that gets it correct?
First one in.
First one to write it in.
First one
Yeah, I
in
wanna
gets
know.
Get off of your
free
chat. Get
pass.
off the chat, Platinum.
Hey,
to
is
the
this
extra Monday
like
night.
somewhere like a factual thing somewhere?
It is.
Yes, we
Factual
just
thing.
talked about it tonight on
Yeah,
the
we
show.
talked about it on the
Yeah.
show.
Is it like a place or an
country.
ethnic?
It's a country.
It's a country.
Well, it's an
Country.
No, it's a
Ethnicity.
country.
It's a country.
It's a country.
It's
Oh.
the country where the biggest penises
Oh.
come from.
Oh, okay.
All right.
What is that country? The
'Cause I
first
do know
person to
that-
type it in wins admission to well-rounded Monday night
Monday
bonus
night.
party, $40 value,
Bonus pass.
Come on, bitch.
party
I like
and pool
bonuses.
party.
I do know.
Then we
I've
do
got
have a little
nothing
bit
over
of
here,
delay.
so maybe you.
Huh?
All right. So the last
Wendy
part.
says,
The last part.
Wendy says, "Who the hell cares?" That Wendy.
what?
I do, Wendy. I do. That's who cares.
Well, Wendy's a
Okay.
lesbian, so there
Yeah.
you go. So the last part of my catch is I've been nerding out like all week this week ever since I was a guest on the
Yeah, show your nails.
on the Geek Lounge, and I have Iron Man nails because I went to the movie, and I keep staring at yours when you're going like this and talking, and it reminds me of Mario Brothers.
Oh, I was thinking the same
See, no, I thought Minnie Mouse. I thought mine were like Minnie Mouse.
Ladybug, actually.
Yeah.
They're cute.
So you were nerding
Power
out.
mushroom.
So you've been nerding out all week.
So I've been nerding out all week, and I think it's great. So I love
She's
to
just
nerd
kind
out.
of a nerd.
I've been catching up on all my shows on Hulu. The Following just ended. Do you
Oh, I
guys been
wanna see
watching The
that.
Following?
Yeah, and it's coming back.
Okay.
So who's gonna be alive and who's gonna be dead?
Yeah, no,
It's all a dream.
I need the Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
Well, there's
Yeah.
killing
It will
because
be.
that's what The Following is about. And then Hannibal. I've been watching
Oh,
Hannibal.
me too.
Which is a delicious show.
And Game of Thrones.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but Lawrence Fishburne is in that show, and his wife is his actual wife.
She's dying on the show, though.
Yes, but it's his actual wife.
As long as she's not
Probably
dying
because they
of-
spent a little too much time together. They
I
was like,
don't-
oh, you gotta be home.
I don't remember. I don't
Can't be
remember her
both.
real name, but it's Zoe on Firefly, and that's how I know.
All right, so we
Wed
have-
her, bed her, and put a child in
With
her.
Wendy's answer, which is who the hell cares, so she doesn't win. Shorty J and Cali Guy have both rung in. I don't know if Cali Guy can win, but they ring in at the exact same time with Brazil.
That's
Okay, well,
right.
you know what? If they came at the same time, we'll give them both one.
Yay, debris!
Sorry.
Bonus debris!
Shorty J, I gave you Mama's email.
Tell me who they are again, because I will.
Yeah, I gave you Mama's email earlier. It's SinCityMama@SinCityBounty.com. Email her and she'll get your info over to Bree. So that
And we will be giving away another
Get you a
pass
pass.
for our first show in June. Next week we'll tell you how you can win that pass.
We'll tell you on Monday on
And every
Facebook.
karaoke night, you will have another one.
You're the best.
Go visit wellroundedbbw.com.
Yes.
Go visit bbwfanfest.com.
Yes.
Go to SinCityBounty.com. Click on the affiliate button so we can make some money for
Buy
you
your
going to
tickets from there.
FanFest.
Yes.
And we'll see you there because we want to meet all of you guys.
Because we are the award winning.
You guys have been awesome.
Fun show.
You guys are awesome.
We're going to do this once a month or something.
Yeah, we
right?
are. Till the
Yeah.
events. Till the events, we'll do it once a month.
Okay. All right. That'll be cool.
Good.
It's going to be one of those shows where we got to just come prepared.
That's right.
Come
You never know.
prepared.
You never know.
Yes, just come on with us, bitches.
All right. Don't forget to go check out our Parker page.
Page.
We've got a clit, the vagina dialogues in the works. If you'd like, you want to send us a picture of your clit.
That's the clit list.
You're JJ.
Vagina Dialogues is the answer
Stories,
to our
a dick
penis.
list.
Oh, the
The
dick
dick
list. Right. So send us your stories, your horrible stories. We've got a story in the corner that's a brewing. Sweet Cheeks told us a story about the shampoo guy.
I have to tell that story on air.
Yeah,
next
you do.
week.
So we're gonna
like
do that. So don't remind us if you remember. If you download the podcast on iTunes, thank you very much. This next one should be out in the next couple of days. Send us a note, send us a letter, send us your stories. We want to hear them. We'll tell them on the air. If you want, you can call our phone number and leave a message about your story, and we'll play it on the air. So this is Alexia.
Mama.
Sweet Cheeks.
And Sierra wishing you all a good night. And remember,
Fuck often.
Those clowns.